Alright guys, we have some good news here. You see that gray and white quail right there? Um, that one was one of the injured ones. And I'm almost 100% sure what happened was there was a hawk that flew down and spooked them. And because 3 of them had flushed and were injured. And the first one that, from a couple days ago, it ended up dying. But then the very next day, there was 3 other that were injured. And that gray one right there, the gray and white one right there, was one of them. And it's been walking around and feeding and doing all the normal quail stuff. I believe it was that one. I could go look at back at the video and see which one it was. But that one's doing a lot better. Hopefully it'll get up. I don't want to spook any of these birds anymore because I'm just trying to keep them as calm as possible. But we'll see maybe on another day it'll get up, or here in a little bit. But these other 2, if you don't want to see these injured birds, just quit watching. And that's all there is to it. But they're over here, and they're not doing so hot. This brown one right here, you can see they're moving around and they've got energy. But this black and white one here is doing better. It'll scooch all around the cage, and it can get to food and it can get to water. And then this one over here, it's not doing great. It looks pretty rough, actually. But it's been hanging on for, I'm going to put it over here so it has access to water and food. But man, it's looking rough. But I don't want to separate them out because they feel more comfortable in a covey, as a flock of birds together. And so I don't want them to go through this alone. I don't know if it's the right thing. Also, I just really don't have another place to put them. I guess I could stick them in a box. But they've got all their food and water here, and they've got, their all their covey mates. So there's that gray and white one that's standing up now. So I'm hoping these other 2 will pull through in a few days. The black and white one definitely seems to be doing better. He's getting food and water and struggling to move around, so he's still fighting. And that's one thing I want to talk about with animals is they're not like us. They're not after comfort and ease of life. They're after survival, and they're fighters. And so these animals are going to do everything they can to survive, which is awesome and very admirable, especially for quail, since everything's trying to kill them. Every predator wants to eat a quail. So it's just pretty neat. Pretty neat seeing this one heal and get back up on its feet. And I really hope this black and white one and this other brown one do as well. But at the end of the day, really all I can do is let them fight. And if they're able to, they'll pull through. And if not, they'll end up passing away. And I don't know. Oh, look at them. I just moved them a little bit, so they're getting some new plants that they can peck at. They love the weeds. So, but at the end of the day, this channel is really about food production, and that's my focus now. And so I'm not. Somebody commented earlier talking about animal lovers. Well, I like animals a lot, but as far as like this emotional attachment to them, I mean, there is somewhat, but it's not going to be as deep as it is for a human, or really for a dog, or any companion animal or a working animal. Because at the end of the day, the purpose of these quail is to produce eggs and to produce meat and to reproduce. This is food production. That's how it works. That's how it's always worked. So there's another thing I wanted to show you guys, and it's not really related to the quail healing or whatever, but we'll check it out anyway, because I'm pretty excited about it. I need to get this lid back on, so you're gonna look at the sky for a little bit. sorry about that. Trees that still need to go in the ground. But in this garden bed, I'm planting cover crops. And really, it's not a bed, it's just dirt. Because I want to figure out how do I turn this terrible sandy soil into something productive. And we've got stuff coming up. So looks like some sunflowers, probably some type of bean right here. And then we've got chia. That's chia right there, I'm pretty sure. And then we've got some brassicas, some collard greens in here somewhere as well. I saw, oh, there's one right there. Oh, and here's another one by my thumb. But then like all of a sudden all this funny stuff starts shooting up, which I'm not sure what this is, but I think I put some quinoa and some, there's something else, lentils. I put some lentils in here. So I'm not sure what these are, but they're cool. I'm pretty sure they're a legume, which will help with nitrogen in the soil. And they'll just once the winter comes, the brassicas are going to be the only thing that survive. So here's some down here. Yeah, so they're going to really be the only things that survive through the winter time, and maybe the lentils will as well. And I put some garbanzo beans, and I think they'll do well through the winter. So I'm just really just testing to see what grows and when it does well, and things like that. And that's what's really interesting to me. And once it comes up, you know, I'll lay it down and chop it up back into the soil, and then I'll grow something here. So over time, this bed should get more and more productive. And I'm not really anticipating much right off the bat, but it's cool just seeing all these little sprouts coming up everywhere. So that's what I've got going right now. And yeah, just to reiterate, I'm most interested in food production, and that's why I do these things. Because I mean, personally, I think we're almost like lying to ourselves with food production, because we don't really ever see where our food is coming from. And you know, that kind of blinds us to the realities of food production, especially meat production, because meat production is very gory. But even vegetable production is pretty, if you're any kind of ecologist, yeah, vegetable production is horrific too. And so that's what I'm interested in, is just tying my diet back to the land in some way or another. And I think that's important, and that's just what I'm trying to do here. And I'm not like going crazy. I don't think that the world is going to end and global food chains are going to break down, or even regional food chains are going to break down. But I don't know, I guess it could. And I think it'd be cool to have something, you know, some kind of small systems going on, even if it's just in my backyard, or if I'm able to get some property. I think that was the injured one there that just tried to fly. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I just kind of want like a little foundation of food production, just to know for myself how to do it, how it works, and then to be saving seeds and making my soil more fertile, so that if anything did happen, well, I can grow stuff here, and I can teach other people how to grow stuff, and that way, you know, maybe fewer people can have some food. And then also, I'm in Florida, so like natural disasters, hurricanes are pretty common. So it'd be nice to, like, you know, if we're out of electricity for a while, or we run out of food or water, have systems in place where, you know, the land can provide those things. So that's kind of where my head's at with all this stuff. Is I'm coming at this from the context of how do I do something really small scale, so that if I need to, I can scale it up and teach other people how to do it. So that's why I'm sharing this journey, and just my experience with how this stuff is going. So biggest thing I've learned with quail is you have to keep something on top of them, even if it's just some, you know, ratty cardboard. You got to keep something on top of them, because if they think they can fly straight up and a predator comes around and spooks them, they're gonna fly and bang their head, and you know they're gonna end up like that one and this other one down here, who are just in pretty tough condition, especially that one over in the corner. I don't have a whole lot of hope for it, but it looks like it's gotten some food in it, it drank some water, and it seems to be resting right now. So perhaps it's on its way out, perhaps not. But I think it's important that we're able to grapple with the death of animals emotionally, and it doesn't just destroy us. Because at the end of the day, where there's life, there's death, and it's gonna come, and we know it is. We've all experienced. I don't think I know anyone that's never experienced death in some capacity, whether it's a pet or a family member or whatever. And so I think it's important that we understand the cycle of life, and we're part of it, and it's just a fact. So are these little guys, and I think we need to come to some terms and ask some hard questions and begin to look into answers for these hard questions. So that's where I'm at with all this stuff. But there they are. I'm just glad one of them is doing a lot better. I think this black and white one might pull through as well, since he's able to scoot around. But anyway, there you have it. The whole kit and caboodle. Alright, I hope you guys have a great day. If you get quail, keep them covered. Alright, I hope you guys are enjoying this and learned something. Alright, bye.